Hi campers, it's Mrs. Alessi and Megan, and today we're going to show you how to make friendship bracelets. So Megan is going to have the hand. She doesn't really want to talk or anything on camera. And you can do this with embroidery floss. That's what these are. These are embroidery floss. Or if you don't have that, you can do it with yarn. It'll just make a bulkier bracelet. Okay, so let us show you what we're actually going to be making today. So this is the bracelet that you're going to make. You've all seen people wearing them, and we're going to show you how to make this diagonal pattern. Okay, so it looks harder than it is. I think you can handle it. And then at the end, we'll show you a place where you can go and you can find some patterns. This has been something that Megan's done since she was little, and during the time that we've been off from school and home because of the COVID, she's made a whole bunch of different ones for lots of friends and stuff. So it's been something fun for her to do. So when you get the embroidery floss, the one thing she wanted me to show you was you take your string and you actually spread your arms out like your wingspan, and that's how long you cut the string. So you want to be generous. So from one hand all the way to the other hand, and that's how long you cut the string. Okay, so do you have your 3 pieces of string cut?
No, not yet.
Okay, so she's gonna go ahead. She has one, and I'll do the yellow. So if you're careful when you pull them out of the skeins, it doesn't get like super tangled, but you can also just take the paper off of them. Okay, so usually when you're doing these simple bracelets, you do the 3 colors. So that's what we're going to do.
You can do more than that or less than that.
You can do more than those colors or less than those colors, she says. So it's completely up to you. You're going to need scissors, and then you're also going to need, it's easier if you Scotch tape it down. So she'll show you. So you're going to cut 3 lengths of the embroidery floss of 3 colors. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in half. I feel like I should have music going in the background so you can hear what we're doing. But while she's doing that, I'm going to show you some other patterns that she's made. Okay, so this is one. So you see how fancy you can, let me focus on my camera, document camera. You see how fancy that is? That actually, and then look at this one. That's really fancy. Again, I don't know why my focus is giving me trouble here. There. Okay, and then here's one that makes like crisscrosses. We'll show you the website. Actually, I'll put it over here. So there's lots and lots and lots of ideas. It's called braceletbook.com. And I'll show it to you at the end so that you can find the patterns if you really want to try some of the harder ones. Okay, so now Meg has her 3 pieces and she's folded them in half and they're together. And then what you do is you leave about that much on the end, and then she's going to tie a knot. Sorry, my camera keeps coming out of focus. So this is my green screen document camera that I use when I'm teaching sometimes. So do you see how she tied that knot? Okay, so about 2 inches of a loop on the end of it. Okay, so the next thing she's going to do, she's going to get it in a good position where she's happy with it, and she's going to put a piece of tape on it. Okay, and then what you do is you put your colors in order of the colors that you want them. So she's going to do, what are you doing?
Green, yellow, pink.
Green, and then yellow, and then pink. So there's 2, see how there's 2 strands of each color. So it's green, yellow, and pink. And she has them spread out. Okay, sometimes she sits on her bed and she uses like a clipboard or a box or something, and she just tapes it on there, and then she just works wherever she's sitting. Okay, so now what you do is you take the very outside string,
make a 4,
and you make a 4,
And then
Okay.
you go under the second string.
And then you go under the string and up through the loop, and then you pull it tight.
And then you do that again.
On the same string on the next. Okay, twice on the same string.
And then you go all the way across.
And then she's going to do that on the yellow. So she's going to take her, and do you see how she's laying her strings out so that they stay apart from each other? And she knows what color she's working on. And that's key, because if you want your colors to look right, you want to keep them in order, and then you make the 4, and then you move the string over. Do you see how she moved it over? So she knew that that was the one she was working on. Let me go up a little bit so you can see more what she's doing. And you work your way across. And this isn't a fast project. It does take a while, but if you just sit and do it,
the more you do it, the faster you get.
You'll get faster as you learn. So it's always a 4 over top the color that you're doing, and then do it one more time real obvious on that next one, Meg. So it's a 4, well, it's a backwards 4, and then under, up through and pull, and then it's a twice, always twice. A 4, up, under, and pull. All right, so now she's going to do the same exact thing with the next green color. And remember, you do it twice, because that makes it the color thicker, and so you could see it better. So while she's putting some strings together, I'm going to take you guys to another screen and show you the website that has the ideas on it. Okay, so I'm bringing up this website. There's a whole bunch of ads and stuff on there, but do you see these patterns? So up here, it's called Bracelet Book, okay? And then it lets you pick how many colors and everything you're using. So if I pick 3 colors, and then the difficulty was from 1 to 3, if you apply the filters, then you're going to get some different patterns. And so what you do is it tells you what color, how to lay it out. So is there none in that? That might be 2. No, there's some. All right, so Meg, how do you read this pattern?
Push on it.
So I'm going to push on it. I'm going to pick it.
You just push the number.
I have to push on the number. Keep going while I'm talking. And then it's going to come up. And so the possibilities are endless.
Just scroll down.
And we're going to scroll down. How come it didn't take me?
Go back up.
Oh, I have to pick the color combination, maybe? It's 50. Oh, there it is. Okay, and then what do you do, Meg?
Go down.
Go down some more. My computer's just being a little slow. Okay, so this is, so there's your colors. So you would lay them out the way that it looks right here. So you would do blue, blue, black, white, white, black, black.
And you go by row.
And then you go by row. So it would be a blue, and then a blue over blue, a black over white. So you just follow the pattern. So whatever you pick, you just follow this grid. So this is your strings across the top. And then these are the rows. And it tells you each arrow is the move that you make, right?
For the arrows facing the other way, it's just you make the 4 over the other.
So what she's showing you, you see how these arrows are facing this other direction? So if you were following this particular pattern, then your 4 would go the opposite direction. And like when she was first doing these, if she made a mistake, you just use like a tip of a pen or a pencil, and you just take your knot apart, and then you just fix it. But you gotta
also look up other videos on how.
Yeah, there's YouTube videos on how to do these things too. Okay. So her tape's coming off. I'm going to go back to what she's doing. Now I'm going to stop, right? And then we're going to pull out a bracelet that she's gotten farther on. How many colors did you do already?
2, because I kept coming apart.
Okay. And then we'll show you an almost finished bracelet and how you would finish it. So you would just keep making, let me go back to her.
I probably can't see.
You would just keep, yeah, you have it down too far. You would just keep making see how the rows are there? I wonder if I can get closer. But you see she did 2 rows of green, and now she's on her first row of yellow. And she's going to keep making and making. Now I'm going to stop, because then we'll add another, we'll show you what to do at the end next, okay? Okay, campers, so Megan has finished doing the actual bracelet, and you just keep going until it's the width of your wrist, or you can do anklets or whatever you want. Also, if you wanted it wider, like this way, you would just use more strands of string. We're gonna, if you need supplies, and however Miss Contenta, we're gonna put 3 colors of embroidery floss in a baggie, and I think that she has some way of getting it to you, so she'll let you guys know. Or like I said, you can just buy embroidery string. We usually order ours from Amazon. So on the one end that she started with, she just cut the loop open. See how she cut the loop open? And then on the other end, she's going to tie a knot. And it's just the simplest way to finish it. And when you have to kind of like try to keep your knot as close to where you finished as you possibly can. So, and if you mess up, you just take the knot out and then put it back in. So, and a grown-up can help you with this if it's too hard too. And some of the other ways, like you can actually braid the end of the bracelet. And then this one you could make slip knots where you tie around the, my camera's giving me trouble again. Let me see if I can get it in focused. So see how you tie string around there, but there's on YouTube videos on how to finish the bracelets. There's a whole bunch of different ways. You can make loops and knots. Once you have the knot in there, she's struggling because I think she has beautiful fingernails right now. And there's the knot at the end. And then what you would do is you would just have someone tie it around your wrist, and then you kind of like just do a square knot. So it's right over left, left over right. She's not going to really tie it on me. And then you would just slip it over your wrist. So that's friendship bracelet making. We hope you have a really good time and you try it. It is definitely something fun to do when you're stuck in the house.
Time consuming.
It is time consuming, but like I said, she's made boxes and boxes, and they are called friendship bracelets because you give them to friends. Okay, have a great time, you guys. See you next time.